राधा माधव कुंज विहारी
जय 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 गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यामुनतीरावनचारी यामुनतीरावनचारी राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यामुनतीरावनचारी यामुनतीरावनचारी राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यामुनतीरावनचारी राधा माधव कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Jama Sundara, Jama Sundara, De.
Jaya Radha Sundara, Shama Sundara.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Sai Go Premanandi, Hari Hari Go. एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज का जरा अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमती रूपेन्द्र भक्त वेदांत संस्पोपाद की जाय। एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज का जरा अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमती रूपेन्द्र भक्त सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जाय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। नमाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। श्री क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगामय यमुनामय की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। प्रणाम संकीर्तन की जय। Thy good Premanande. All glories to assembly God. All glories to assembly God. All glories to assembly. All glories, all glories, all glories. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. Gopal Vijay. ओम विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण विष्टारि पुत्र श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निजनाम नमस्ते सारस्वते गौरवाणी प्रचारण विशेष सुनवाद पंचांत सदेस्थान गोपाल Vijay. Reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 13. Nature, enjoyer, and consciousness, verse number 8 to 12. Very important verses. Oops. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nasta Prayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Hari Om Tat Sat. From Bhagavad Gita, chapter 13. Nature, enjoyer, consciousness, or Prakriti Purusha Vibhaga Yoga, or Prakriti Purusha Viveka Yoga, as given title given by different acharyas, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baldev Vidyabhushan, Sri Prabhupada. a very important chapter to understand, live our human life on this, on the basis of this foundation of this chapter. What should be our nature? How we should act? How we should conduct nature? And actually, who is the enjoyer? Are we the enjoyer, or Supreme Lord is the enjoyer, or who is the enjoyer? And then once we know, then with what consciousness we should operate. So that is what all in all. Then we can go back home, back to Godhead. If you understand this chapter, then it becomes very easy. And these particular verses are very important because Arjuna is asking 6 questions. Out of that, this verse, uh, one of the question, fifth question, or the fourth question about knowledge. So, what is that knowledge means? People say knowledge means so many things. What is actually real knowledge? So, that is being defined here. All these 18 different departments. Bhagavad Gita teaches 18 different departments of knowledge. Most of you might not have heard this. Thank you very much for coming. Please be seated wherever comfortable. When it's raining, so be comfortable. Chair, down, or wherever. Sofa. Yeah. So we're just discussing 13.8 to 12, very famous verses. I think Sridhar Swami and other acharyas call this as 18 different departments of knowledge from Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita teaches these 18 different departments. And the starting and ending is very important. Starting and the middle, I think 14 or so, Prabhupada calls it. That is the most important. Otherwise, the rest of the 17 are useless. That is not there. That first point is also very important. So as we read, please pay attention. Yeah, sit in the chair on. Yeah, sit here. Sit here or sit in the chair. Yeah, sit here. Yeah. So the everybody can take Bhagavad Gita, or maybe multiple people can take or use cell phone. Amanitvam adambitvam ahimsa kshantirajjavam acharya upasanam socham स्थैर्यम् आत्मा विनिग्रहः इन्द्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम् अनहङ्कारा एव च जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुःख दोषानुदर्शनम् असक्तिरनभिस्वङ्गः पुत्रधारा या पुत्रधारा गृहादिषु नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम् इष्टानिष्टावुपपत्तिषु मयि च अनन्ययोगेन भक्तिरव्यवचारिणी. This is the most important out of 18. This is the first and foremost important. To come to this, then the first, from first point, it's a gradual sequence. If the first is not there, then you can't progress much. It's very sequentially, systematically, Lord is presenting, Lord is speaking this. So, Maicha Ananya Yogena Bhakti Ravya Vicharini Vivikta Desha Sevitvam Aratir Samsadi Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam Etad Jnanam iti Proktam Ajnanam Yad Ato Anyadha. Second time. अमानित्वम् अदम्भित्वम् अहिंसा क्षान्तिरार्जवम् आचार्य उपासनम् शौचम् स्थैर्यम् आत्मा विनिग्रहः इंद्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम् अनहंकार एव च जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुःख दोषानुदर्शनम् असक्तिरनभिस्वंग पुत्रधारा गृहादिषु नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम् इष्टानिष्टावुपपत्तिषु मयि च अनन्ययोगेन भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी विविक्तदेशसेवित्वम् अरतेर्जनसंसदि आध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वम् तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम् एतद् ज्ञानम् इति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानं यत् अतो अन्यथा. Put it in the lap, don't put it down. Bhagavad Gita, don't put it down. Sit here. Here. Sit here. There in the chair. More time. Third time. Adambitvam. So amanitvam adambitvam. Please come, please come. Ahimsa kshantirarjavam. Acharya upasanam saucham. Stairyam atma vinigraha. Indriyardeshu vairagyam. अनहंकार एव च जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुःख दोषानुदर्शनम्. You can sit here. Some people can sit here. So I'm all right. So don't feel uncomfortable. You can sit. Anybody wants to sit here on the bed? No problem. Huh? Yes, yes, go ahead. Yeah, the small bags, packets. Yeah, open that and it's a small Ziploc bag. Just put few almonds, few golden raisins and one or two cashews. Put only 2-3 cashews. More almonds. Fill the half packet only. More almonds and more, yeah. A half packet. Whatever packet, in that packet only put the half. Maximum 7 or 8. Less than 10 nuts in one packet. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Amanitvam adambitvam. Please come. Hare Krishna. Ahimsa kshantirarjavam. Acharya upasanam saucham. Stairyam atma vinigraha. Indriyardeshu vairagyam. अनहंकार एव च जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुःख दोषानुदर्शनम् असक्तिरनभिस्वंग पुत्रधारा गृहादिषु नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम् इष्टानिष्टावुपपत्तिषु मयि च अनन्ययोगेन भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी विविक्तदेशसेवित्वम् अरतेर्जनसंसदि आध्यात्म ज्ञान नित्यत्वम तत्व ज्ञानार्थ दर्शनम एतद् ज्ञानम इति प्रोक्तम अज्ञानम यत् अतो अन्यथा. Word to word. You have met there? Otherwise sit here. Ah, it's raining, it's cold a little bit. Sit there, yeah. Sit there. Amanitvam, humility. Adambitvam, pridelessness. Pay attention, some of the words are very close sometimes, like Adambitvam and there is a verse next. There is Anahankara. Little slight difference is there. The pride and false ego, slight difference is there. Ahimsa, non-violence. Here, not so much about killing, but giving pain to others, not giving pain. That's what it means here. So, Khanti, tolerance, Arjavam, simplicity, Acharya Upasanam, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, Saucham, cleanliness, Stairyam, steadfastness, Atma Vinigraha, self control, Indriyardeshu, in the matter of the senses, Vairagyam, renunciation, Anahankara, being without false egoism, Eva, certainly, Cha, also, Janma, of birth, Mrityu, death, Jara, old age, Vyadi, and disease, Dukkha, of the distress, Dosha, the fault, Anudarshanam, observing, Asakti, being without attachment, Anavisvanga, being without association, Putra, for son, Dara, wife, Gruha Adishu, home, etc. Nityam, constant, Cha, also, Samachitatvam, equilibrium, Ishta, the desirable, Anishta, and undesirable, Upapattishu, having obtained, Mai, unto me, Cha, also, Ananya Yogena, by unalloyed devotion service, Bhakti, devotion, Avyavicharina, without any break. Unalloyed means without mixture. Alloy wheels, most of your cars. Alloy wheels means different metals mixing. Unalloyed means no mixture of anything. So pure. We are without any break means no break, continuous every day and without mixture of that means no karma, no gnana, pure devotion service and without break every day, 24 like that. So that's what it means. Vivikta, solitary, desha, places, sevitvam, aspiring, arati, being without attachment. So every day we do the arati at home or at temple. So this is what being without attachment. That means we're doing offering everything. So develop detachment internally. So right now we have attachment to so many things. So how to make that attachment to the Lord and naturally detach from all this. See everything in relation with the Lord. Whatever we are offering, whatever we have, everything belongs to the Lord. So that is the point. Arati being without attachment. Jana Samsadi to people in general. Adhyatma pertaining to the self, Gnana in knowledge, Nityatvam, constancy, Tattva Gnana of the knowledge of the truth, Artha for the object, Darshanam, philosophy, Etat, all this, Gnanam, knowledge, Iti, thus, Proktam, declared, Agnanam, ignorance, Yat, that which, Ata, from this, Anyatha, other, So other than these 18 different departments of knowledge which is described in Bhagavad Gita, this is the place. This is one place where all these 18 different departments Bhagavad Gita teaches is there in one place. Anything else is ignorance. So translation by His Divine Grace is Bhakti Vedanta Shri Prabhupada Vijay. Humility, pridelessness, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, renunciation of the objects of sense gratification, absence of false ego, the perception of the evil of birth, death, old age, and disease, detachment, freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home, and the rest, even mindedness amid pleasant and unpleasant events, constant and unalloyed devotion to me, aspiring to live in a solitary place, detachment from the general mass of people, accepting the importance of self realization, and philosophical search for the absolute truth. All these I declare to be knowledge. And beside this, whatever there may be, is ignorance. Repeat. Humility, pridelessness, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, renunciation of the objects of sense gratification, absence of false ego, the perception of the evil of birth, death, old age, disease, detachment, freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home, and the rest, even mindedness, amid pleasant and unpleasant events, constant and unalloyed devotion to me, aspiring to live in a solitary place, detachment from the general mass of people, accepting the importance of self realization, and philosophical search for the absolute truth. All these I declare to be knowledge, and beside this, whatever there may be, is ignorance. Try to understand. So while packing, so just hear or chant inside. So that is the best way to give benefit to those who are going to receive this packet on Sunday for Okti Road Jagannath Radhayath. Otherwise, whatever we are discussing, another other than Krishna, ignorance, that ignorance we are going to give it to others. So that's we should make sure concentrate on what we are giving to others. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यैश्वरम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्ति रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय गौर भक्तों की जय. So 13th chapter after many weeks, I think 1.5 months or 2 months, I think that gap. So very important chapter as we're describing. Nature, enjoyer, consciousness, understanding the material nature, understanding our nature, our relationship with the material nature and the Supreme Lord. And then enjoyer, whether Supreme Lord is the enjoyer or we are the enjoyer, understanding that. And then with what consciousness one should operate, one should work, one should engage in every day. So that is the principle of this particular chapter. So it has 5 sections, 35 verses. One to one. First verse is Arjuna is asking the questions. 6 questions. Prakriti, Purusha, Kshetra, Kshetragna, Gnanam, Gnayam. So he's asking these 6 terms, 6 objects, 6 items. Now that is the first section, and Lord Krishna is going to answer these in a particular sequence in which people can understand. Arjuna can understand, we all can understand. They're not answering in the way Arjuna is asking. And so he asked Prakriti Purusha first. And Lord is answering those at the last because that is most difficult to understand. He started with Kshetra, Kshetrajna. Then he went on with Gnanam, Gnayam. So right now we are in the Gnanam aspect. So third question. Then Gnayam, then he will go to the Prakriti and Purusha and the last. So the first section is just verse number 1. And the next section is 2 to 12, verse number 2, Lord Krishna is answering the questions 3, 4, and 5, which is Kshetra, Kshetrajna. Kshetra means field of activities. 4 is knower of the field of activities, Kshetrajna, 3, 4, and the 5 is Gnanam. So 2 to 12. So this 8 to 12, we are right now in the Gnanam, fifth question. That is the second section. And the third section is 13 to 19. Lord is answering the Gnayam, object of knowledge. Okay, you are trying to understand the knowledge. What does it mean? What is the purpose of it? What is the object? After knowing what are we going to do about it? So how we are going to use it? So that is the object of knowledge that Lord is describing in the next 13 to 19, and then 20 to 27 or so is describing the Prakriti and Purusha 1 and 2. Lord is answering the first two questions. Then the last one is 27 to 35, or 28 to 35 is consciousness in which one should act, one should engage whatever he has heard. So, for all these six things in the service of the Lord. And so, that is how this chapter is titled. It's a very important chapter. As it is Prakriti, Purusha, Viveka Yoga, Vibhaga. Then one should discriminate. One should discriminate what is matter, what is spirit, what is knowledge, what is ignorance, what is pious, what is impious. So all these aspects one should discriminate. So here the first thing is been mentioned is out of 18 departments, the first one is amanitvam. That means humility. This is the first point because if one doesn't have this humility, humbleness, what is humility? Is he cannot surrender. He cannot inquire about the absolute truth. He cannot come to this process. He will not be interested. If he doesn't have humility, he will not be interested to understand this birthday, why am I suffering, why am I here in this material world, what is my purpose, what is my duty. So you won't be able to understand. Because if he feels he is the master, he is the enjoyer, he is everything, he knows stuff, then why he will be humble and meek, why he will surrender? He will not surrender. So that is the first point. If 18 departments of knowledge has to be understood, then the first thing one has to know is what is this humility? How one can actually understand or receive knowledge, especially spiritual knowledge. The first point is required is amanitvam. So that's in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sikshastakam also is teaching the same thing. Trinadapi sunuchena tarorapi saishna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. That means that's it. Amanitvam. Mana means man. So just like in Vrindavan we have man mandir. So man means expecting respect. Amanitvam means not expecting respect. So that means he feels he doesn't possess anything. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, you will see more examples, vivid examples throughout the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. You can see that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back after Lord Jagannath's Snan Yatra was over, yeah, before Radha Yatra, all the devotees has come. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came from Alarnath, and then all the devotees came to meet him and saw him. They're coming from Shantipur and different villages to be with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to be part of the Radha Yatra and everything. So then, first and then King Pratap was asking, who are all these associates to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya? And then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, I know most of them, but Gopinath Acharya is brother-in-law. He knows, so he can explain. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meets one by one. Then he's meeting Vasudev Datta. And then next to him is Mukunda Datta. They are both are brothers. Mukunda Datta is elder brother. So was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling that. So I have great affection for you than Mukunda. Then was the now was the Datta's response. But Mukunda, even though his anger actually he met you. Even my elder brother, he has met you first. So he is my superior in that way. He has received mercy from you. He is my superior. So he's not feeling proud. He's actually feeling humble. He's thinking that actually I don't have devotion. So Mukunda has. You have showered your mercy more. Then he went on to. There are many other pastimes with Vasudeva Datta. Then he went on to speak to Damodar Pandit. So actually, I am in awe reverence with you, but your brother. So I have a great devotion with him. So Shankara. So put him always in the front. So and Damodar Pandit also accepts. Yes, actually he is my elder. Mm. So in this way, the conversation goes on. And then Murari Gupta stays outside. So all these devotees are there. Lord is garlanding them, greeting them, affectionately exchanging words. All these, and then Srivas Thakur is also there with four brothers, Ramaya and Srivas and other two names. They said, Lord is telling that uh, I have been purchased by your devotion. No, actually, in reality, we are being purchased by your mercy. So in this way, all every devotee is so humble and meek, and they are expressing, and more humble and humility you will see from this Murari Gupta and Haridas Thakur, the way they are. And the Lord Himself couldn't tolerate that. प्रभु कहे तुम्हारा दैन्य संवरण please give up your humility. When Murari Gupta was not even ready to come inside, he is feeling disqualified. He is feeling that he is not qualified to be in the association of devotees to see the Lord. He stayed all the outside only. The Lord devotees associate has to go and call him. Come, Lord is calling you. Lord wants to see you. Then the associates are bringing him. Then he wants to go. Lord, don't touch me. I'm so impure. I'm contaminated. I'm not qualified. But Lord again and again gave his mercy and embraced him. So Murari Gupta. So this is actually the humility. So that's the Prabhupada says Vidya Dadati Namrata. Real knowledge means one who is humble and meek. That means he understand. He has actually understood the knowledge. One who is meek and humble. One who feels he doesn't know anything. So throughout Chaitanya Charitamrita you will see that. Ramananda Rai also same thing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, he is the Dainya Varan. He is the expert in humility. So he is a humility personified. He does. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is glorifying, I don't know anything. You learn from. I have learned myself from Ramananda Rai. Go and learn from him. Pradyumna Mishra is a Brahman. Telling Ramananda Rai is not from Brahmana community, but he told go and learn from him. When he went, then he realized actually what Ramananda Rai is, who he is. So much attached, but he always said whatever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is making me dance, making me chant. That's what I'm. I don't know anything. So this way we can see that. And Haridas Thakur is coming from Muslim background, and but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made him Namacharya. Great position. But he also doesn't want to come out. Even when the Lord called him, associated don't want to bring him. No, he said, I cannot come close. I cannot. This is Jagannath Puri Mandir road. I don't want to contaminate. I cannot touch with anybody. I want to stay in distance. Please arrange a place so that I don't contaminate anybody. I'll stand a little bit in a distance. That's what that's what he required. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was pleased in hearing that. Then he arranged such a place. And Mahaprabhu used to go every day, meet Haridas Thakur and give prasad. Meet him, talk to him, converse with him. Rupa Goswami used to be there 1 year or 2 years he was there. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to meet both of them, give them prasadam, talking to them. So this is what we can see throughout Chaitanya Charitamrita. Meek and humbleness and humility. How Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami submitted also when they met first time. So very whenever Mahaprabhu met, whenever devotees met also, the six Goswamis, Rupa and Sanatana always behaved in such a way, behaved in that way. They never thought we are learned now, now we are the Goswamis, now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are direct associate Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No, they didn't feel that way. They're always acted in such a way. That means they actually, they have, they have understood, they have actually, they are perfect perfectly situated in Adhyatma Gnana Nityatvam Tattva Gnanartha Darsana. That means their eyes are anointed with the spiritual understanding about the supreme absolute truth, complete realization, Tattva Darshan. So they are being revealed by the Supreme Lord directly. So Lord has revealed about His position, His form, His qualities, His pastimes, everything Lord has revealed. Now, that is the perfection of actually the supreme absolute truth, knowledge of supreme absolute truth. One, so then we can see that by their humility and humbleness, meekness, always grounded as a servant of the bona fide spiritual master and Acharya Parampara. So that's why Lord is, Prabhupada is telling again and again this point. So that also many times we should not think because I am giving lectures now, so I am greater than these who are distributing books. They don't know anything. Whoever is cleaning the temple, they don't know much. Whoever is dressing the lady, they don't know much. So this kind of ideas also goes on in the devotees. But Prabhupada, there are many conversations in the letters and room conversations with Prabhupada, and we can see that Prabhupada is describing Prabhupada. So the humility is the main point. Uh, that means those devotees, especially if they are doing those service in surrender and following the orders of the spiritual master, that is actually humility. That means they are advanced, they have understood. So otherwise they won't be able to. If they are doing as per years and years, many months and years, whole life they are doing. Some of them are doing even now the book distribution. 40, 50 years. Say deity worship. Anybody who's doing continuously so long years without giving up consistently, that means great humility is there. All these qualities are there, 18 departments. So that is the first point is very important. We should understand this humility means always being grounded as a servant of a guru, Krishna, and then advanced devotees and sadhus. We should be always ready to serve them with all our might. The next one is amanitvam adamvitvam, damba. Damba means pride. Pride means we have accomplished. So somebody has given, well, somebody has given us promotion. Somebody has given us some glorification. Somehow or other we received. Then we are proud of our achievements. This is pride. So this also is a problem. So unless one is humble, then he cannot become adambitvam. He cannot become prideless. If the humility is not there, then automatically pride is automatically there. So that's why these are all in a gradual sequence. All these different departments one has to understand. So Adamvit Lord in Buddha Gita is also speaking on these points. 11, 11, 41 to 42, I think. Yeah, 11, 11. 11th canto, 11th chapter, 41 to 42, I think. Lord is describing to the, there is describing that if one wants to become, remove his pride, remove his, what do you call, man, mm, is expecting respect, all this honor, then he should serve the spiritual master, he should serve me, and and they should serve my devotees. Lord is giving instruction to the other devotion, but these are the first immediately Lord is mentioning. If they follow these devotional activities, then they can become prideless, they can become humble. So because that means because if we are going to serve the Lord's reward is that's what humility means. Main humility we have to see is how much they are attentive to their service to the Guru, advanced devotees, sadhus, and the Lord. If we see these three things, that means so we can understand their humility, their pridelessness. Then only one can serve. That means they are ready to sacrifice their life and everything, whatever they possess. In that same verse, Lord is describing that the most valuable things in their life, they will give it, offer it to Lord Krishna, and they are ready to offer it to Guru and Krishna. This is what we have been taught by Sri Prabhupada. Mm. We are concerned about his temple, we are concerned about his residence, we are concerned about his festivals. So before we are concerned about our home, our job, our this thing, we ready to sacrifice our life, our time, our kids, everything in the service of the Lord. So as Prabhupada has sacrificed, Prabhupada's disciples have sacrificed. So and Lord automatically he is not ungrateful. He's always grateful. He always reciprocates with much more abundance. He arranges everything automatically. Especially Krishna makes a note of each and every activity. And Guru also makes a note. Krishna inspires even Guru also to give more service, to inspire, to give mercy, to take this particular soul back home, back to Godhead. So that's it. That's a very important principle. Adam Vittam, Amanitvam, Adam Vittam. So Arjavam. Arjavam means simplicity, naturally. One is prideless, one has humility, naturally he will become very simple. He leads a simple life. Even though he may have wealth, but he's not feeling, hey, so this wealth is come because it can be taken any day, taken away from any day from the Lord. So he is giving it, and then I am going to use it very carefully and use it in the service of the Lord. He doesn't luxuriously use it and waste it, unnecessarily spend it. He will use everything very carefully. So that is what simple living and high thinking. So in every aspect of his life. So that Arjavan is very important also. It's very gradually, very sequentially, Lord is mentioning how. So all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you can see that. So all the six Goswamis also, of course, they're expert. They are not even staying. They don't want to become attached even one tree. They were staying under the tree. They are not even attached to a tree also because sometimes we are attached to the blankets, we are attached to the dress, we are attached to the shoes, we are attached to jewelry, so many things we are attached to. We become so comfortable, we cannot give up. So that is our position. But Shastra is clearly indicating we should not be so much attached, we should rather be attached, that attachment should be there to the Lord and the Guru. More and more that will come if we develop our service attitude towards Guru and Krishna. So that's the Amanitvam, Adamvyatvam, Arjavam, mm, then Kshama. What is it? Kshama means tolerance. Uh, Generally, Kshama means forgiveness, but I think in this it is translated as tolerance. Get the verse. Amanitvam, Adamvyatvam, Ahimsa, Shanti, sorry, not Kshama, Shanti, tolerance. Yeah, before that, ahimsa. Ahimsa means non-violence. Non-violence means here Prabhupada explains this not giving pain, distress to the other living entity. Out of 64 limits of devotion service, law, Nectar of Devotion, chapter 6, execution of devotions are there. The 64 items are there. Many are there, 64, and 9 limbs we all know. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmam, is all that. That is 9 limbs. But much more elaborate are there. Mm, So in that there are, so this is also there. Not giving pain. First 10 are listed, then next 10 are listed, then next 44 are listed. So these are first 10 principles, Next 10 principle, next 44, total 64. That's how nectar devotion, chapter 6 that is described. In the first 10, these are the entrance door to spiritual world is been explained. In that first 10, out of first 10, the 3 or 4 of them or 6 of them are actually about spiritual master, surrendering to spiritual master, Adho Guru Ashrayam, like here in the Acharya Upas, same thing. Adho Guru Ashrayam, Sadharma Prucha, Vishramba Sevanam, Sadhu Marganugamanam, Vartamanu Vartanam. All these are there, 5 or 6 points. So that means surrendering to spiritual master, submissively serving, just like in fourth chapter, transcendental knowledge, Lord is explaining. Evam parampara praptam, and then at the end, 4.34, Tadvidhi Pranipatina Pariprasnena Sevaya. Seva is there, first surrender. Pranipat means surrender to spiritual master. Sevaya means service, then Pariprasnena. If we don't have service attitude and surrender, then we should not ask questions. The question should come first surrender. That means we should follow. Means if you're asking question means if he says something answer, then he says you need to do this, then we have to follow. If you're not ready to follow, then why to ask question? So that's how Prabhupada says about it in many places. So Pranipad, Seva, Paripres. This is the same thing. Adho Guru Ashram, Vishramba Sevanam. Vishramba means intimate, deeply attached service, attentive service. That's what Vishramba. Not Gaurav. Gaurav means on reverence is there, but it's much more attentive, very deep. That's why we sing the first song, Jai Radha Madhav Kunja Vihari. Going from Radha and Krishna's intimate pastimes, it is describing the pastimes at Madhur Ras. It is describing at the next level of the Vatsal Ras. It is describing at Sakya Ras. All these pastimes are described in that. Radha Madhav Kunja Vihari. Gopijana Vallava. So, Girivaradhari. So, Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana. So, Vatsal Ras has come. Then Yamuna Tira Vanachari. On a bank of Yamuna, he has performed so many cohort boys, Yamuna Pulin. They are having picnic, and we have picnic tomorrow. So, temple picnic in Narsal County Park. Like that, Lord is having the picnic. So, we grabbed all those things from spiritual world. We do those things in material world in perverted way. But there, it started everything there. So Lord is engaging in all these rasas. So that's how we sing. So that means we are supposed to meditate. When we are chanting this song, we are supposed to meditate. Sridham Mayapur, Sri Radha Madhava, so Vrindavan. So how Lord is performing. So think of his lotus feet. So that should be our meditation. That verse Bhaktivinoda Thakur is singing. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is very much attached. Sri Radha Madhav enhance the glory of Sri Radha Madhav, Siddham Mayapur. He has done so much significant work. He has given responsibility to his disciple, Sri Bhakti Siddha, his son also, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur. And he has further given it to Sri Prabhupada. So we can see the glory of Sri Radha Mayapur today. And so it is spreading more and more. It's going to even more spread once the TOV opens. It goes even much more. So it will be difficult. So it will be filled with so many, even much more than what we see now in next few years once the TOV opens. Automatically, it enhances even further the glory. But anyway, here the point is ahimsa, not giving pain to other living entity. So first 10 items, the entrance to the spiritual world, which is the serving, surrendering to spiritual master, serving him, asking questions, following his instructions, all that is important. So in that first 10, the worshipping Tulsi Maharani is also there in that last item 10. So like that in the next 10, I think in the next 10 this is there. Not giving pain to any living entity, any jiva. Forget about not even human beings, even other living entities. That's why we should be careful to maintain cleanliness, maintain where we put the sugar items, all these things. We don't put anywhere, leave it anywhere, eat without hand, without plate. If you do that, then ants will automatically come. Then you have to put something and or you kill them or broom it and all these things you have to do. But if you do it properly, then we don't need to kill any living entity. So cockroaches or bugs, all these things. So as per Vedic culture, everything is maintained very clean and everything. So So that is what here ahimsa means. More than killing. That means we should not unnecessarily give pain to any living entity. So it includes many other things. Automatic Prabhupada is describing that in our eating habits also. Unnecessarily, that's why we offer food to the Lord and then we accept. So because we need to maintain, and Lord is telling how one should maintain, especially as a human being. Annat bhavanti bhutan. He didn't say any other thing. He said, Annat bhavanti bhutani pajanyat anna sambhava. You would have said something else, then we could have accepted some other thing. The food grains, the milk, these are the products one should be consuming, not something else. Lord is very clear about it. What human beings should consume, what he should not consume. You cannot find in Bhagavad Gita anything else to be consumed. So he's very clearly giving. He's not allowing us to speculate. I can consume this or I can consume that. No, what to be consumed is clearly putting it in Bhagavad Gita, and everything is very clear. So that's what ahimsa comes under that also. Then shanti means tolerance, because all these things we require a lot of tolerance. Because meek and humble means people will take advantage, then we have to tolerate. So we give up the pride also. So we have to tolerate many times as we practice Krishna consciousness. We have to much more tolerate. So and then not giving pain. So everything requires a lot of toleration, right? Not giving pain means you're taking only prasad. That means if you are going on the flight, you're going traveling, you're going vacation, means how much you have to tolerate. To not eat anything which is not prasad. You have to tolerate a lot. And to accept only prasad is extremely difficult situation. It's not easy. Unless we are used to it, it's not easy at all. So that means the tolerance has to be much more higher level, then we'll be able to do that. So we'll become very strict as our spiritual as Prabhupada. Even at that age also, he used to travel, but he was not accepting. At the most, he will take ginger ale or something. Sometimes he has taken popcorn or something. Sometimes he has taken milk or something. Out of that, to them, they are giving, seeing a sadhu, sannyasi, then they may offer. So then Prabhupada is accepting out of causeless mercy, compassion. So that, but otherwise, he is not ready to take. So that is the principle here as well. Tolerate. We have to tolerate someone like Prahlad Maharaj tolerated, Haridas could tolerate, Jesus Christ has tolerated. So even within us, when we come to the organization also, don't expect that in the temple everything will be nice and rosy, everybody will give respect or everybody will cooperate. No? So no, these we cannot expect. Not everybody is a ripe mango, not everybody is perfect. Everybody is coming from different baggage, different backgrounds, different situations, different feelings and behavior, different emotions. So depending on that particular day when they are coming, what they have been gone through, and then they will bring that baggage of that day's activity into the temple also, and then they behave completely differently, rudely sometimes. These things all will be there, so we have to be careful of these facts and then tolerate it, move on, because our priority is to serve there when we come to temple, and rest everything we should not focus so much about that and then concentrate on serving. If you are in kitchen, concentrate on what we are cutting, what we are cooking, what we are doing, what and all goes in it. So making sure everything is done with proper attention. So if you are dressing, we should attend to that particular service. So many people will, so many discuss, so many things will go on, but attention should be there. So that's why we should be busy, occupied in particular service when we come to temple. Otherwise, the mind will be busy with finding out what's going on, who's giving me, who's wearing what dress, who's dancing this way. All this mind will do all these things. If you are busy occupied in either hearing or chanting, dancing or giving pleasure to the Lord, then will not be occupied with so many things. So we'll be able to tolerate all these things. So many things goes on. So that's why it is very important. Then gradually we gain the knowledge will sink in to our heart. The real knowledge, Adhyatma Gnana Nityatam Tattva Gnanartha. More and more revelation will come if this tolerance is there. If we don't tolerate things, then it's very difficult. To even chant the holy name also, it becomes very difficult if you can't tolerate things. Um, Nobody likes us to chant. So sometimes we go on train, car, flight. So many times they won't let you. Everybody put so much loud music and whatnot. So they'll see us weirdly. Who's this guy wearing neck beads and so tilak and whatnot, dhoti, and he has shika. This time I had shika, then everybody's looking at me weirdly. So in the office and everywhere, as though I'm like a monkey. So what to do? You have to tolerate. Nothing much you can do. You identify as a servant of Guru and Krishna, or you identify as a servant of Maya is up to us. If you identify as servant of Krishna and Guru, then you have to tolerate. Nothing much you can do. That will go on. People will say, even if you wear nice things, also people will still say. So that's how we should tolerate. Toleration is very important, as Krishna is telling in the beginning also. Matras parsastu konte, sitoshna sukadukto. So then only. So sometimes in the first or second of the yatra, or few years ago, we had heavy rain on Oak Tree Road. Luckily, I think Sunday there is no rain, it seems. But we had heavy rain on Radha Yatra. Even in Atlantic City Radha Yatra, also a few times we had heavy rain, like drenching only. You can't even stand, and, but still like that only. We danced and we chanted. We took prasadam also like that also. Even in Oak Tree also we did. So this is what we are able to tolerate because this is for Krishna's, and at the end it will so blissful. So if we can't tolerate, no, next time I don't want to come here. So some people have that kind of feeling. Then you can practice devotional service because what for you have come? For whose purpose are you doing? If that is not there, that humility is not there, then you can't develop toleration. You can't tolerate it. So it's not possible. So that's why this is very important. Each and every aspect, as what is been mentioned here, is very very important point. Because if as soon as the Lord and Guru is in the center, then you'll tolerate everything. So yeah, please be silent so that we can understand this subject. A very important subject. It's a deep subject also. Shanti, tolerance, and Arjavam, simplicity. So that everybody knows. Simplicity means it doesn't mean that now I give up my wealth, give up my everything. I'll become simple like Babaji. I'll just wear one cloth here. No, that's not what simple means. Simple means you accept everything, whatever Lord has given. That is enough. That means by His mercy, I have gained everything. I'll use it in the service of the Lord. Nothing belongs to me, so everything is for His service. Let me offer the best, whatever I think there is the greatest asset I have. So let me use it in the service of the Lord and Guru. So that means we are very simple. That is what simplicity means. It's not that we renounce everything now. We will go to Himalayas or we give up, we throw everything. No, Prabhupada is receiving so much donation. Prabhupada is taking Rolls Royce car. Even Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, for preaching purpose, he was accepting that time itself, 200, 300 years ago. He was accepting the big cars and going and meeting these highly influential people, politicians and others, and talking to them, conversing in about Krishna consciousness. For preaching purpose, we may accept so many things. So because everything has utilization, Yavad Artha Prayojanam, Prabhupada is telling. That means wealth has a utilization. You can use it in the service of the Lord. Everything has utilization. So yeah. So in that way, simplicity. Acharya Upasanam. This is the first very important point which we discussed already. This is the entrance. If you want to entrance into the spiritual world, then this is the first point. Acharya Upasana. One should Acharya means Achinoti Srunoti Achar. That means one who actually teaches by his own example. He himself first practices what is teaching. Prabhupada always practiced before he taught anybody else. He himself chanted the holy name so many rounds. He has himself reading Prabhupada, his own books because he didn't write it. What Lord has revealed and he's simply penning it. He's not writing his own ideas and thoughts. So, so that's what Acharya Upasana means. Always one worships his Acharya as the Lord and Master, life and soul, and he accepts him, and then he accepts his service as the ultimate perfection of his life. Will try to carry out his duties with mm, uh, very much focus and rigidity, mm, with consistency, fire. So always feel Prabhupada is there, like he's watching. What am I doing? So how can I be relaxed? How can I not chant? How can I not wake up? Always we are thinking, Guru is there watching. If Guru is here, what will you do? Will sleep? Can't sleep. So they, in that way we should feel. Is always Prabhupada always said, I was never alone, not even 1 minute. My Guru is always there with me. Hmm. So that's why he is acting like a fire. Because if the Guru is always there with us behind and watching, then we can't relax. Then because Guru expects a disciple to follow, so execute devotion service nicely, sincerely, to the best of his capacity. So that is what actually Acharya Upasana means. Approaching a bona fide spiritual master and following his instructions. So some cleanliness. This cleanliness as external and internal cleanliness. External cleanliness means we have to take bath. So internal clean, that means not only bath, shaving our head, cutting the hair, cutting the nails, all these things. Especially as devotees, as practitioners, we should do that regularly. Every week we have to do. Especially if we are going for kitchen service, we make sure that our nails are cut. The hair is tied. So man or woman doesn't matter. In those days, the people used to put turbans. Now we are not putting turbans. So we should tie our hair either hairnet or put our uttariya, whatever way. And so that is external cleanliness. So that's why we chant also those mantras to purify our external body, gross body, subtle body. Om apavitra paitro va sarvavastam gotope asparet pundari kaksham. Always, even in there also we have to chant the holy name. Even to purify the body, gross body, subtle body, also we have to chant the holy name. Asmaret Pandari Kaksham Sa Bhakyabhyantara Suchi Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. If at all we can't take, we don't have offered prasadam, then any no onion garlic and any vegetarian food, we can chant Sri Vishnu 3 times and accept an emergency situation. Accept chanting Sri Vishnu 3 times and we can accept that as a Mahaprasad. So remembering the Lord, that is the action of cleanliness. Especially if you are going on the altar, that is the these must be done. So many times devotees jump directly. You cannot jump. Altar means first we have to do the Achman, then we have to do the Gayatri, then only we can enter into the altar. At the first Gayatri one has to do. So then because proper attention is required, proper cleanliness. This regulates us. This puts in right consciousness. That's why we are supposed to do that. If we jump it, then we'll do something else. We might do offensive way, which is not good. Especially when sanctum sanctorum in any Hindu temple, when you go there, people allow you. You may be senior, you may be a pujari somewhere else. They won't let you come in because it requires some, it's a very very attentively things has to be done. So that's why inside the altar means we have to be very careful, not jump, not wear shirt and go inside. So many things we do, but one has to be very careful of because that means we are not afraid of. These are all offenses. We are not afraid. We take it very lightly. Altar means we have to be very attentive, very attentive. So as much so that requires this cleanliness. More we are clean externally and then internally. Then next internal, that's even more important than external cleanliness. Internal cleanliness means through chanting of the holy name, through the hearing, through the service, that automatically our soul covering of the soul, ignorance. That's why this knowledge, Lord is speaking about the 18 different departments of knowledge here in Bhagavad Gita. Is emphasizing so much because, especially in the 13th chapter, why not he didn't speak in the first 6 chapters? Why not in the middle? So, why did he speak in this year? Because 13th chapter is because if one has to be detached, he already spoke some aspects of knowledge, self realization. He already spoke in a different way. But here he wants to give the end to end, beginning to end, step by step. mm, because he wants to see us practice bhakti and also become detached from the world living, increase our attachment. Then how will we do that? So that's immediately after 12th chapter, after Krishna is explaining pure devotion service, he has to now talk about, because we may not be there at pure devotion service. We may not be there in Raganuga Bhakti. We're not attached, we're not spontaneous. So we have why this all that also we don't do it. We don't follow the rules and regulations. So then, if you don't know about these 18 different importance, how are we to practice this Krishna consciousness? So that's why Lord is speaking these things very importantly in 13th chapter, so that we understand how, where is our nature going. So day to day basis there is swabhav. This swabhav, when we are born, we have particular nature that doesn't easily change. It takes quite a bit of time. That's why these trainings are there. In corporate world there is a training, in business there is a training, everywhere there is a training. Any field you go, there is a first training, because they have to make sure that you follow that certain principles. Government also there is a training. So for driving also there is a training, everything. So that means same, even much more attention should be given. That's why we have to work under somebody. In spiritual culture means guru should be there, guru's representatives, authority should be there. We should not do some service without any guidance, without training. If we do that, then we'll do something else. We will not be able to do properly. We should be always under the guidance. That's how prana pratishtha happens. That's how the deity installation happens. Deity worship happens. Deity service happens. All everything in the temple. Always there is a authority. There is chain of command. All this Prabhupada established this process. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur wanted. He told Prabhupada, establish GBC, General Body Commission. This is how the society should run. He could have established another acharya also, because he knows it's not one person. There are so many of his disciples. If he's going to put one person, there will be always disagreement and argument, and so many things can go wrong. So that's a, because his guru also wanted general body count. You have a group of people, so you all work together. You take the opinion, discuss it, and finalize it. And you should not take more time. Prabhupada at that time, Prabhupada, why you are taking so long? So many meetings, so much meeting after meeting, so long. You should resolve. It should not take that long. Prabhupada expected, So that means how much one should be very, very thorough, very, very serious, very meticulous in the practice of devotion service, very much attached, understanding the desires of the spiritual master. So then we can do it, everything very meticulously, expertly. The intelligence, right intelligence will be given. If you're not fully surrendered, then our own plans, then it takes long time. One meeting also it takes to finish one thing, also finalize one thing, it takes long time. So, so that's a is different. If Prabhupada wanted this organization means it needs certain things, certain elements has to be there. So this is Acharya Upasana. One worship. Then if that is the center point, then naturally you'll cooperate, you'll align, and you'll formulate, and you'll make the decisions according to his liking, according to his will. Will not make the decision something which is not aligned to the acharyas, Prabhupada and previous acharyas. So that is the point here. Saucham, cleanliness, yeah, internal cleanliness also means chanting, hearing, surrendering, and the following what spiritual master wants from us. That's what internal cleanliness means. And the next word is thyrium, steadfastness. If you don't have any of these, what has been discussed, you see one by one, very sequential. If we are not humble, if we are not, if we are proud, then we can't be steadfast. How can we be steadfast in devotion service? There is no way. We'll fail. Day after day, we fail in executing devotion service. Only if we feel helpless, then we are dependent on the Guru and Krishna, of course, because if we are helpless, then we definitely will depend. Only if we feel that I'm already advanced, I don't depend, then we will not pray. One who is meek and humble, one who is always dependent, that means for everything. Before he starts cleaning, before he starts cooking, before he makes garland, before he gives class, before he does anything, he will offer prayers. He will ask Guru and Krishna to give strength and intelligence, how what way he wants. What do we know? We're not spontaneous devotees to know what Radha and Krishna want, how they want to be, they want their dressing to be, how their turban should be, what kind of garland they want to, what kind of flower they want to put it. So we have no idea. So he's not revealing. So that's why we offer prayers and reveal to us how you want us. Uh, so this is a we should ask. So we ask every day. Are we not? We're asking the husband, children, everybody. We're asking what you want today, what you want to eat, what I should pack. In that, what do you want me to put? So we're asking or not? We're asking. Then what is the problem in asking the Lord? Because we don't know what He likes, how He likes. So when we cook for Prabhupada, also disciples, they used to ask. Once they know, then they used to follow same routine. Sometimes they made so many items and brought. Then Prabhupada used to ask, who has cooked this? So, no, I don't want all these things. You cook. So Prabhupada used to instruct like that. Because he wanted simple. There's everyday same things. Because so I know I've been there in Prabhupada Samadhi. Every day same thing. Nursing their kitchen. They offer is very consistent. Every day, regularly, same items. Once in a while, festival, there may be one or two additional items. But otherwise, generally, there is a standard set of items they offer regularly. Morning breakfast, this, lunch, like this. So there is a consistency, there is a steadfastness. And minimum should be there. Maintain our chanting, minimum rounds, our hearing, our reading, our service. There should be more, but not less. Emergency exception is fine. But otherwise, every day this process has to be there. Okay, if we are starting, then okay, half an hour chanting, half an hour reading, 10 minutes hearing, like that. Some process we should know based on our situation, family situation, job situation. Adjust it and then go on. Minimum do that, then gradually increase it and adjust it. If we cut down the TV time, we cut down the internet time, we cut down the news time, all these things naturally will get so much time. As we progress in Krishna, then we will know Krishna will allow us to see in right perspective. Then all the dirtiness will be cut. Then we'll get more time. Then we'll have so many opportunities. So then we'll come to this steadfastness. So that's why all these points, one by one, you see the sequence where it is going. So naturally, at the end, it is coming to pure devotional. If first step is not there, second step, third step, all these departments of knowledge we didn't understand, we don't follow, then how we come to pure devotion? We can't come. It's not possible. So that's a very systematically Lord is explaining. We have read many times this verse. Have we realized what it is talking about? See, so this is where we reading parrot Bhagavad Gita like a parrot it doesn't help. That's why we have to be in the association and discussing and learning these things as we become more and more mature. Then we understand this 18 different departments much more deeper and deeper. Our connection with the Lord, connection with the Guru, connection with the process of execution of devotion service also will enhance. So, and then we'll make corrections. That's why Lord is describing in great detail here. Atma Vinigraha. I'll stop in 2 minutes. Already late. Atma Vinigraha, self control. Yeah, if you have steadfast, automatic self control will be there. Because why will you eat more than required? Why will you sleep more than required? Prabhupada is telling. I think the three modes of material, Prabhupada is telling there what is it? Sattvam Jnana Nirmalatvat. So, Rajasa Loba Evacha. The Mohanam Tamasa Pramada. What is the last line? I think 14.17. In one of the verse proposition, 6 hours. Devotees is supposed to sleep 6 hours, not more. As well, after 40 years, we don't need to sleep more than 6 hours. If you are not healthy or some problem, it's okay. A fever or something, it's okay. But otherwise, general standard is 6 hours only. If you are doing more, then we should adjust. So yeah, there's always this planning has to be there. Proper planning regularly. We have to keep changing it, adjusting it. Then after a few years, then we'll come to the proper everyday same times we follow it systematically. We go through it. That is what steadfast. The naturally sense control, self control will be there will not go here, there, run around. So sometimes we will do that. So every week I have to go here, there. So many recreation activities. This itself is a recreation activity. Chanting is recreation, dancing is recreation, feasting is recreation. Krishna consciousness itself is recreation. What kind of what else what recreation what other recreation you want? So that means if you are not relishing this, then you look for recreation. If one is relishing here, then what kind of recreation you want? So in spiritual world, it is the biggest that is biggest recreation. Everybody is having fun, great fun. So that's why one has to develop taste for Krishna conscious process. You simply observe like this. You don't want to dance, you don't want to chant, you don't want to feast, then nothing much you can do. You can never develop any taste. If you enter, if you also, okay, I don't know any dancing. I also don't know any dancing. You stand there, you follow Prabhupada said, put the two hands up and then just move front and back. Done. That's it. So it's not a big deal. You can watch videos of Prabhupada doing it in Radha Yatra. That's it. What is not rocket science. What somebody else is going to think if I dance like this, and then we can never practice devotions. We have to develop taste. That's we have to enter deep. How Prabhupada wanted us. You showed many times. You stop this dancing. This is not how you dance. And then Prabhupada showed how to dance. Prabhupada showed everything. How to take prasad also Prabhupada showed. Bhakti Sharma. And there's a sequence how one should take prasadam. There should be bitterness first. Karela you eat, start with. And then you end with sweet. It's very systematic. Prabhupada taught like this. All Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also taught. So by his own example, how one should take prasadam, how one should respect devotees, welcome devotees, everything. It requires some, some desire, some interest, some zeal, this thing, the activeness should be there. Otherwise, if Maharaj comes, yeah, we'll wait here. When Maharaj is coming, why can't you go out? He is coming to give his mercy, his audience, then we should try to go out and welcome him. This is the general process. If you are not enthusiastic, then how we are going to become enthusiastic? At least we have to force ourselves. We want to be relaxed, but we should force ourselves. Then this process will then naturally will develop taste. So it should be done very enthusiastically. That's what Prabhupada expected. If you do it anything enthusiastically, chanting, dancing, feasting, hearing, then this itself becomes a great recreation. You don't want to do anything else. Anything else. This itself is all in all. Is again actually huge potency is there. So all the energy is invested. Otherwise, it's avidya karma sangnaya. विष्णु शक्ति परा प्रोक्त तदा क्षेत्रज्ञया तृतीय शक्ति इष्यते अविद्या कर्म संज्ञाय ignorance only as Lord is telling here. This is another verse from Vishnu Puran. All the energies are divided into three energies, and then living entities are engaging in this avidya karma sangha, ignorance, not knowing these 18 different departments, is utilizing for himself. So he doesn't want to surrender. He doesn't want to follow what Guru says, Shastra says. He wants to do his own independent planning as a devotee also, as a practitioner also. After 20, 30 years practice also, still we want to do independent planning. We don't want to follow what Guru says. As husband and wife also, we don't want to follow what Guru says. Both are initiated. Still, we don't want to follow what Guru says. What is this? This is not devotion service. And Bhakti means if we are both are initiated from Guru means one should follow what Guru says. Guru may sometimes refer to Grihastha devotee if there is some certain things to be discussed. Then we should follow. If Guru says you have to consult this person and take instruction from him, then we have to follow. So that then only you can have self-control, the steadfastness. We don't follow anything. Then now I'm calling myself as initiated devotee. I don't want to follow Guru's instruction. Then what for we have taken initiation? So that's why these 18 different departments of knowledge has very significant, deeper and deeper understanding is there. So it cannot be explained in one class. I think we have to stop here. There's much more deeper things to be discussed. So let's see if anybody has any questions. That will stop. Anyone has questions? Yes.
So the IT departments, the one Krishna mentioning,
Yeah.
like all the
Yes. Yeah, more than 20 may be there. I think before the Adhyatma Nitya, that was, I think it ends 18. And so, yeah, I can tell you the exact reference. I think it is Sridhar Swami or Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Because I heard from few senior Prabhupada disciples, 18 different departments, and yeah, I myself also read it. I don't remember exactly, but I'll let you know. Yeah. Anybody else? Anything else? No questions? I'm surprised. Yes, go ahead. Then, yes, yes. You will reveal. You may not reveal directly. So you may not reveal directly. Sometimes husband also may not tell wife. He may tell his son or daughter also. So you may not be direct. Many times the direct communication is not there. It's through indirect communication also. Same way here also. Lord will reveal either through a class or through Prabhupada, or you may indicate. You will get confirmation also. So yeah, at minimum, when we go to the places like grocery shops anywhere, then we buy the fresh things, and we see what Prabhupada used to be. Prabhupada, when he was cooking, what he is offering, or we see in Mayapur Dham or Holy Dhams what they are offering. So like this, we will know different things. Then accordingly, we'll know what Guru likes. So accordingly, we'll know what and all, and then there should be fresh. They may like these things, but you don't get in the shop. What will do then? So then all those things has to be corroborated. Then, but we keep praying. Every time we have to ask. Every time we have. That's why Prabhupada is communicating with the Lord, and Lord is revealing. Today they didn't. I am very hungry. Lord is to tell. Prabhupada was knowing everything. Whether the plates are not clean, or Lord is hungry, or they're not properly feeding him, or not feeding enough sweets, or they are becoming so because nobody wants, everybody has some sugar cholesterol issue. They're not putting him proper enough sugar in it. Prabhupada used to know everything. Prabhupada used to ask all these things. So that means he is asking the Lord, are you happy? Are you getting what you need? So these kind of questions Prabhupada is asking, and Lord is revealing. So for us also, he is also a person. If we ask, we pray, then he will reveal. One day he may not reveal, but if we do attentively, meditatively, definitely Lord is going to reveal. Lord is going to tell what he wants, what he doesn't want. So yeah, yes, yeah, correct. It is their nectar devotion. Yeah, right. Yeah. So Prabhu is asking, devotees do mentally offering. Yes, in nectar devotion and Pratishthanpur, one Brahmana was offering. Then he offered a hot kheer. Then he touched his finger, and then his finger got burned. When he came to his senses, then he saw, oh, finger is burned. So because these are spontaneous devotees, Raganuga Bhakti devotees, they're not at the sadhaka stage, so that they can do that. We're not at there, so that's why we do that. Is that during the process of 16 upachar, there is a step where we do Gayatri. At that time, many devotees don't do that because they finish, I don't know, in 45 minutes they finish 16 upachar. Then that process where you will meditate, I don't know. But generally in 16 upachar, we are supposed to. During Gayatri, when you are doing Gayatri for offering to Prabhupada, you are supposed to offer items. Same thing with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you are supposed to offer. Then you are supposed to offer to Radha and Krishna. There are seven Gayatris, there is step by step. First is Brahma Gayatri, then you have Guru Gayatri, two Gayatri. At that time, you offer to Guru and Prabhupada. Then the next level is Gaur Gayatri, that time you offer to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then next Radha and Krishna, Krishna Gayatri, Kama Gayatri, that time you offer Radha and Krishna. So mentally, you are offering certain items. It could be one item, it could be you are putting him in a jewel throne, you are putting in nice garlands, so many hundreds of items. You know it, one can meditate. So this is the process already there. in 60, one who's doing 16 upachar in the temple, so he's already going through that process. So, but it should not be imitated every day. Now I will not offer, or I'll sit and meditate instead of chanting, hearing, reading, doing service. Start, no, that is not the process. When we come to that level, that naturally will be revealed and will naturally flow. So as you chant, we will enter into those pastimes. We will be able to come to that level. Right now, artificially, we should not try to imitate and do that activities. So unless we come to that level, if you have confusions, questions, then we should ask advanced devotee and guru. Ask these things, then they will clarify. They will remove doubt. Anything else? Anybody else? Yes, Srinivas, we had a question. Okay. Anybody else? Kids? Hare Krishna. No questions? You heard? You didn't hear. Maybe that's why you didn't have a question, I think. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. 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 That's a good question. So, week or more than a week, yeah, if you travel business, then what you'll do? Ideal, still we can plan and take it. If not, then you take the rice cooker, or you buy. These days rotis are available. These days many things are available. Try to limit. So yeah, try to limit. Try to eat healthy. Try to at least hot rice you can put it, and rest of the times, the rest of the things you can buy maybe, or you can cook in the same rice cooker. So kids in the college they do that. So try to see what best one can do. Or there are temples you can get the food and then order it before if it is available. Not many places it's not available. Or you take fried food. Sometimes it is mentioned it is minimizing. You take directly grain. It is like injection only. You will get the effect right away same day. Consciousness gets affected. So you may eat fried ones, which is a little bit less effective in the consciousness. So like that. So different options. So one should try to, especially the rice item, the grain item, which is generally cooked or boiled. Ideally, we should take it at cook it ourselves and then use it. So because otherwise, the effect is immediately there. Especially the rice, roti, these things, effect is generally there immediately. So so that's why it is better you take the rice cooker or something, or you can buy $20 only. You can eat. Or yeah, bread also same thing. Yeah, we'll have to see. Or otherwise these days Ekadasi flour is available. Ekadasi roti is also I think available in some place. Then you can eat Ekadasi item. Then it's not a problem. Then it's okay. So it won't affect because otherwise consciousness gets affected. That is the problem. So you can buy the Ekadasi items, eat Ekadasi way. Then yeah, Prabhupada told some devotees every day you eat Ekadasi only, no grains. So which is actually very good in one sense. So these days more options are available anyway, even for Ekadasi. So one can take those, basically minimize the effect of consciousness getting affected. So when we go travel outside, so at least when I used to travel even before 7, 8, 10 years ago, also, that time also we used to pack for a whole week and put it in the fridge and then take it. So yeah, but if you are going more than that, then it may be difficult. But simplify, at least you can make take roti and one or two items. Then maybe you can get some sabji from outside. Okay, at least less grain and yeah, yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, if it is fried, then it's okay. Better than you take rice or roti, then you can feel immediate consciousness is there. So it affects. Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. Yes. The grain is the one which affects the consciousness because the soul passes through the grain. clearly mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, many places purports. The soul, when from heavenly planets or the higher planet, the soul passes through the the raindrops and the grain, the it enters in the person is eating. So it's the whole process is explained. Few places Prabhupada makes it very clear. In Bhagavatam also this is there. So that's it, the grain through grains only. So even when Prabhupada is taking the sprouted moons or anything, he wanted to make sure that every grain is sprouted. He doesn't want to leave even one not sprouted. So because each of them has a consciousness, the soul enters through the grain only. So that's how the soul comes out from mother's womb. So that whole process we can't visualize it, we can't understand, but that's how its karma is very intricate in that way. So that's why we minimize try to take what is offered grains. It is better, but still one should offer. That also one has to offer. Yeah. Any other question? Otherwise, we'll stop here and take the talk. No questions? Yeah. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is Krishna himself has appeared in the mood of a devotee, in the mood of Srimati Radharani. 500 plus years ago, I think 540, 500, I don't remember the exact timing, but 500 plus it's already been. So, because Krishna thought that in Kali Yuga, how, because just like Saunaka and other Rishi, 1,000 years ago in Lucknow, Naimisharanya, even now it is there. There, before Kali Yuga started, they were doing 1,000 year sacrifice, the Saunaka and others, they are asking questions to Sota Goswami. So this is in before Kali Yuga. So Krishna left Dwapara Yuga. Krishna, when he went back, then he was realizing, I told Sarvadharma Parityadya, but now in Kali Yuga, who's going to surrender? Who's going to surrender? So it's going to be extremely difficult. Then I have to make the process much more easier. So this is many reasons, sir. This is one of the reasons. So that's why Lord Himself, I myself should come and make the process easier. So He appeared as a devotee to taste Himself and show also by personal example. And so easier process. That's why just simply chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can go back home, back to God. It doesn't matter whether you are IT worker or a business or housewife or whatever the case may be, or brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, whatever ashram you may be in, whichever country you may be in. So none of these matters. What matters is just chanting the holy name. So then you can go back home, back to God. So that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed. Wherever you went, that's what he instructed. Don't come with me. Stay where you are and just simply practice and you tell somebody else. You practice it and you tell somebody else. So this is the specific purpose. Lord Himself has come, especially in Kali Yuga. So with His associates, Lord always comes with His associates. So and He teaches by His own example. So in that way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught by example. He married before, twice he married. And then 48 years he lived. 24 years he lived in Santipur. Twice married. He was a Nimai Pandit as a scholar. There is that life is a little bit different. Then there also he taught many pastimes are there, many lessons. Then gradually marriage is there. There are different pastimes. Then he was initiated by Yeswarapuri Maharaj in Gaya when he went to Pindadan. Then next 24 years is out of 24 years he spent 6 years traveling all the different places all over India. Prabhupada says, why India? Bharata Bhumite, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why did he say Bharat Desh? Because it is easily, this Vedic knowledge is easily available in India. That's why one should, the Vedic culture is predominantly, it's even now it is still available. No. Now because of Prabhupada's mercy, it is now distributed. We all got to know, but otherwise, it is not widely known, especially the Vedic culture, the whole standard of the process, everything. So that's why Prabhupada, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is telling that. Bharata Bhumite hoile manushya janma jar, Janma Sarthakari Paropkar, giving Krishna consciousness to others is the actual, the best, topmost occupational duty of human being. Knowing about it, and if you know it, and you tell somebody else about the Vedic culture, especially the highest, the topmost perfection process is chanting the holy name, giving the Krishna prema. So that is the whole purpose why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to teach this. So the 6 years he traveled and preached. He converted pretty much everybody. Mayavadis, Sunyavadis, Brahmavadis, offenders, atheists, pretty much everyone. He didn't leave anybody. He converted every one of them into devotees. Is not well qualified or not qualified? No. All category of people. Wherever he traveled, different grades of people he met, all of them he transformed them. So in that way, 6 years he traveled. Then 6 years in Jagannath Puri he was there. Even then, and then he came back to Jagannath Puri. That's where he stayed. 6 years he was there, meeting with devotees coming from Shantipur. All these devotees meeting and performing different pastimes. All this, and then the last 12 years he was there in Gambhira, Kasi Mishra's house, which has been allotted to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, alone, not alone, completely, with Ramanand Rai, Swarup Damodar, with very few intimate associates. He was internally going in the deep ecstasy, that mode, Vipralamba Bhav. So, for that specific purpose, he has come to teach also. The highest rasa is Vipralamba, intense separation from Radha and Krishna. So, in the mood of Srimad Radharani, he is feeling intense separation from Krishna. So that's why he's doing that last 12 years, which is called Antilila. Last 18 years is Antilila. 6 years is still spent time. Last 12 years is very, very intimate and less with all these yatras and all these pastimes. More so very internally situated, just with only few associates. So this is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's 48 years of Leela is divided into Adi Leela, Madhya Leela, Anta Leela. The 6 years of travel is Madhya Leela, lots that 18 years, the 6 plus 12 years is Anta Leela. First 24 years is Adi Leela before sannyas. So sannyas is taken in Katwa by his Kesav Bharatiman from Mayavad school. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught by his example, as Krishna himself being compassionate, he delivered pretty much every living entity, including Maya. He had taken initiation from Mayava Sankara school. So he made his guru also, he delivered his guru also. So, and he himself also met these Mayavadis from, he went to Varanasi directly there itself, the topmost Mayavad. He converted all of them also. So different places he went. So in this way, Lord is teaching how he compassionately wants to distribute. He wants all of us also follow in his footsteps. So that's why this parampara doesn't stop. Parampara goes on. So next 10,000 years is golden period, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. So it will go on till that. But after that, what will happen, we don't know. Uh, so because it will become weak. Kali Yuga, that is the manifestation of Kali Yuga, means it will be very difficult to practice. But now is good. We are right. We are born in the right time. We are still not the losers. We should not feel morose that we are not there in proper time. We are not there in Chaitanya. No, we are still lucky because this still it is golden period. We should take this opportunity very seriously and practice it and go back home, back to God in this life itself. So that is the process. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That will stop here. Krishna Madrastu. Thank you very much for joining.